Hey, hi. Welcome home. How was your day? How'd work go? Any juicy details to alleviate my math-induced brain fog that is, that's tormenting me? Okay, okay, you don't have to. I know I chose math, to study this of my own accord, but that doesn't mean it isn't tiring. Okay, look, okay. Yeah, that aside, how are you? Okay. Okay, interesting. Well, you're home now, and you don't have to worry about that or anything. So, come on. Well, if you're hungry, dinner's in the oven, and if you want, you can study with me until it's ready. You can also just skip to dessert if you want. I brought ice cream. It's in the fridge. Yes, it's in the fridge. I wanted to soften it a tiny bit. No, I wasn't doing it because I wasn't softening the ice cream because you were gonna be here. I was just softening the ice cream, so it would be easier for me to eat. Right? Yes, that's why. Oh, what did I get? I got. Oh well, I got my favorites. You do know what my favorite flavors of ice cream are, right? Okay. I know that expression. You don't know what my favorite flavors of ice cream are, do you? I am wounded. It's as if you've taken a knife and plunged it directly into my back. Okay, anyway. That's enough of that. I'm sure you'll find something in there you like. It's in there. Oh, right, the flavors. I got chocolate mint, cookie dough, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter, and maybe a few others. I couldn't really remember what your favorite ice cream flavors were, so I just bought all the popular flavors and hoped that would work out. No, I wasn't saying anything. And no, that is a normal amount of ice cream for two people. It's not like I was going to eat it all alone, or I didn't intend that when I bought it. Hey, no, I don't usually eat it all alone. That's slanderous. Or is it libel? No, libel's written, isn't it? Anyway, I reject your slander of my ice cream proclivity. I don't know, man. It's if you don't like my liking of ice cream, you don't have to eat the homemade gnocchi that's baking in the oven. Okay? Yeah, that's right. I made gnocchi in a tomato cream sauce, and I'm baking it in one of our cast iron so it gets those nice browned edges and gets That's what I thought. And there's also a salad in the fridge, and I also made garlic bread. No, I mean I made garlic bread. I made the dough. I did it all. I did the whole thing from scratch. It's not like I got a loaf of bread, brushed it with olive oil, and baked it in the oven. No, I did the whole thing. Oh, and there's also wine over there. Yeah. I just got red. I assumed you like red, but I mean there's white also if you prefer that. Why are you staring at me? No, I didn't put in extra effort. This is a perfectly normal meal to make for one's roommate. Just shut up, man. You don't know me. It's not like I was putting in a bunch of effort for you because I knew you had a busy day. That would be absurd. I wouldn't do that. I just I enjoy cooking and wanted to make something special to celebrate our anniversary of being roommates. Yeah, I did. I put that on my calendar. I thought you would enjoy and celebration, good food, quality time, that sort of thing. Well, you have time before, the dinner's finished baking and that it's cool enough to eat. So, knock yourself out with some ice cream and feel free to join me over here. Speaking of ice cream, have I ever told you about, like, my nightmare shake when I was a kid? Oh, okay, well, so, you see, when I was a kid, I was going to get ice cream with one of my brothers, I think. And I didn't really know. Okay, so sometimes I have a bad memory, and so I was, standing there, and the person was like, "Oh, so what do you want, kid?" And I was like, completely blanked, just nothing, brain empty, just staring at them. And I was like, I don't know. And so just, I reverted on first learned, best learned, and I was like, oh, okay, I like peanut butter, and I like mint, and I like a shake. So I did that. I did that. No, you see exactly where this is going. I threw both of those things in a shake, and, the worker, they were, some teenager, and they were like, okay, weird kid. They want a chocolate peanut butter shake. And, they went about and they made that. And I was standing there excited. I was like, oh, this is going to be so good. I love both of these flavors. Until people asked me and they're like, what are you doing? And I realized in abject horror what I had just ordered. I had not thought for like a single second that those flavors might not go well together. But, it turned out pretty well, to be honest. That maybe that's just because I was like a kid and I wanted sugar, but, No, you can't say that it sounds gross. You cannot insult my confectionery, ice creaminary? What's the word? Oh, well. I'll stop searching for wordplay. You can't judge my magnum opus because you haven't tried it. If you want, you can make yourself a chocolate peanut butter mint milkshake and you can decide. Although I don't really recommend that since you're not a 12-year-old craving sugar. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know I'm a weirdo. I really shouldn't have liked it as much as I did. But, fun memories. Well, yeah, thanks for indulging my little nostalgia trip. Anyway, I'm glad you're here to help me eat this ice cream. I obviously shouldn't have access to it, given my history with ice cream and making weird things. And besides, I don't need to eat it all anyway. Engineering and school aren't exactly the most active environments. I mean, it's not like I don't try to stay in shape, but it's not that easy. Hey, hold on a minute. I do try. What does that mean? Okay, so how about we go to the gym this weekend, and I will prove that I am staying in shape. No, I'm not staying. Well, no, I'm not just staying in shape. I'm in damn good shape, okay? Just because I'm an engineering student doesn't mean I'm not fit. How's that? You do know I was like a martial artist in high school, right? Oh, well, you do now. Don't I look the part? I mean, you don't get these kinds of calves from doing math. Eh? Oh, you thought it was genetics. Okay, fine. Yes, my calves are both part to my genetic and also the fact that I did martial arts. So, what am I doing? I'm yapping about ice cream and exercise. What? No, I'm not pouting. That's absurd. Anyway, I was doing some homework and cooking, obviously, before you got here. No, I wasn't changing the topic. I was doing homework. See? I was doing data structures and algorithms, and I was thinking of doing some discrete math as well. Ooh, wait. I did want to show you something. Here, you should look at this. I learned this really... Here, sit next to me. I want to show you this. My professor showed me this cool way that people used to multiply large numbers, and I wanted to show it to you. She called it Russian peasant multiplication. If that doesn't make you interested, I don't know what will. I think it's also called Egyptian multiplication. I think that's a more accurate name, but oh well. So, okay, look. So we start with these, let's say two numbers. Let's multiply 52 and 20. Although those numbers actually aren't that bad to multiply now that I think about it. We're going to do it anyway. Okay, so we set up 3 columns like this. We have a column with the 52, a column with our 20, and then the third column, which can be the sum column. Okay, I know it's weird. Yes, a sum. I know we're doing multiplication. Doesn't matter. Wait, I'll show you. Okay, so we look at our big number, and we ask ourselves, is it odd? And if the number is odd, we add it to the sum. If not, we divide it by 2 and double the second number, the 20. Okay, so we look at that. 52 isn't odd, so we have it and double the second number. So now we have, what's 52 divided by 2? 26 and 40 are our two numbers. Well, 26 isn't odd, so we divide and double. So now the first number is 13, second number is 80. 13 is odd, so we add that 80 to our sum. And now we take the 13, we divide it by 2 and round down and double the 80. So now we have 6 and 160. Now again, 6 isn't odd, so we divide again. That gives us 3 and 320. We add that 320 to the sum and divide the 3 and double. Now we have 1 and 640. Now we add that 640 to the sum and boom. See, now we just add it all up. 80 plus 320 plus 640 is 1040, which is 52 times 20. Isn't that neat? I mean, maybe I'm just I know I'm weird that I get excited about alternate ways of doing basic math operations, but I mean, you love that about me, right? That I like math. Hey, Rumi? Hey. Are you awake? Did you already fall asleep? Wow. I don't know how you did that. I wish I could fall asleep that fast. Hey, I'm sorry I rambled about math, and I mean, I didn't really mean to put you to sleep. I just can't help it, you know? I enjoy math and history, and I go on these tangents, maybe too frequently. Thank you for your attention, Rumi, even if I did put you to sleep. I really appreciate you listening to me. Well, while you're asleep, I guess I can tell you what's been on my mind. Rumi, gosh, even though you aren't looking at me, I still feel scared. You're asleep, and I'm still flustered about trying to talk to you. I mean, who can blame me? You're beautiful, you have really nice hair, and okay, look, this might be weird, but I like your cheekbones. Like, when you smile, like, they look so cute. Oh my gosh, man. I like everything about you. I like spending time with you, and watching shows and movies, and I like telling you about my math and my studies, and I like hearing about your day and listening to you vent, and I like cooking for you, and I like practicing piano when you're around, and when I know that you can hear and listen. Okay, I don't want to be without you, okay? I know if I wait, somebody will ask you out, and I mean, I can't blame them, obviously, but I feel terrified when I think of that, because I don't want to sit here. I don't want to sit here knowing that you're going out, and perhaps not more aptly, I don't want somebody else to have you. No, I don't want somebody else to have you. I don't want to not have you myself. I don't want to see you getting ready or, giving advice on outfits for you to go out with someone else. If I give advice on color palettes, it's for, well, actually, multifarious reasons, but anyway, it's because you're mine, right? I don't know how that quite follows logically from what I said before, but it doesn't have to, right? Anyway, I'm rambling and confessing to a sleeping person. Where's the logic in that? You are asleep, right? Rumi? Well, I'm glad you missed all that. That was ill thought out. Next time I will draw up a plan and make a list of talking points. What am I talking about? Next time? I'm already planning the next time I'm going to confess to you while you fall asleep. It's just, I wish I weren't just your roommate, When I overthink like this, I just want to rest my head on you and ask you to pet my hair. I guess there wouldn't be too much harm in just leaning against you for a bit. I mean, you're asleep on the couch, so I could just lean over and rest my head on your shoulder, right? Well, that wasn't too hard, was it? Hey, Rumi, you're not... Okay, she's not awake. Thank goodness. Even if you're not awake and, unable to play with my hair, right, this is still nice. I think I'll just stay here until the dinner's ready. I wonder if you had plans this evening. I mean, I obviously had plans. These were my plans. I made dinner and wine, and I had picked out movies. Anyway, hopefully I'm not being too selfish and just wanting to enjoy this time with you. I'm sorry I don't have, the guts to tell you that I'm in love with you while you're awake, but maybe, subliminal messaging will work. Yeah, like how people play Mozart for their babies while they sleep, Mozart makes babies smarter, as they say. I think people say that, but if I confess while you're asleep, maybe you'll just wake up one day and, know that I love you. Maybe you'll just eventually wake up and be like, okay, this is just how things are, and yeah. Okay, well, Rumi, well, I love you, and I hope you sleep well. I'll wake you up when the dinner's ready. Well, I guess you'll wake up from the timer going off anyway, but oh well. Rest well. Mwah. Howdy hey. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I did this. Definitely over a month at this point, I imagine. Oh, ow. Anyway. Yeah, it's been a while. I've been busy. I imagine everybody's been busy. It's been a long, interesting year so far, but hope things go well for you, and yeah, thank you for watching. I have other ideas, and hopefully I'll be able to make them soon, but no promises considering how long this one took to make. It's not even like this took a long time. Like, I wrote this really fast and recorded it really fast. It's just, I've been busy. Anyway, I'm going in a circle. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for being here.